If she did know where she put it, and she was still looking for her phone, we would be worried.
Oh well, who wants to do when last we met our heroes?
Okay. I volunteer as tribute.
Ooh.
As the crew went about their morning activities, a sudden boom shook the air. What can only be described as an epically loud sneeze from an enormous being echoed across the district. It originated from the northeast, toward the architect's eyrie. After a brief discussion, we set off in search of the disturbance, pausing long enough to discuss the tag someone put on the back of our sign at the clinic and to clean it off. Our journey to the area was interrupted briefly by an illusion gone awry. A young mage's apprentice with an inordinate amount of talent and or raw power in illusion magic created what appeared to be a giant rabbit wreaking havoc in the streets. We too were fooled at first, but Soap was able to talk the young man through the rudiments of spell control. After it was dispelled, we continued on our way. In the area around the area, traffic was a lot heavier, especially with the mage knights controlling access to the tower. Only those with purposes deemed sufficiently important were allowed in. We were able to lean on our credentials as medical professionals to get in the door, but we could proceed no further, as the commander of the platoon did not determine our self-assigned project of investigating the sneeze to be relevant. He quoted the company line of it being well in hand and that they'd enlist the help of the public if and when needed, and set us on our way. He even turned down a bribe from Soap. As luck would have it, we ran into the Beast King, the scholar who once employed us to track down and resolve his rust monster issue. Stitch spotted Marcus and, with Chris's help, convinced Marcus that it was in his best interest to work with us. Marcus got us into his offices and provided us with scholar's robes, allowing us to move more freely through the tower. There was a bit of a rough patch trying to get Tancred through the doors into the great library, but some more quick talking got us in without significant incident. Once inside, we proceeded to climb the tower and avoid being too distracted by the wealth of knowledge and the curiosities that filled the place. Ascending finally to the top floor, we found a line of scholars awaiting their turn at an audience with Nubemiuno. Soap, ever the optimist, once again attempted to use her vast powers of persuasion to convince the scholar at the front of the line to give us his place, quoting a, quote, suspected medical emergency, end quote, as the rationale for this. He, unsurprisingly, declined to acquiesce, and we prepared to settle in to wait when Lucius received a message and informed us of the need to leave immediately. As we hurried down the tower, he informed us that the clinic was destroyed in a fire. Racing back, we discovered Nellie and one patient alive, but worse for the wear. We lost the rest of our patients to the blaze. Stitch stepped outside to ask around for any witnesses. Chris and Rick were able to track the scent of the accelerant used back to an area that was clearly Ghost's stronghold, and the rest of the gang stayed at the clinic to try to salvage whatever possible. After a while, a member of the Mage Knights approached us to ask questions about an explosion occurring the previous night. We provided what answers we could, declined his offer of assistance with the investigation of this arson, and returned to our work. At least, we intended to do so. Around 5 p.m., a strange bank of clouds moved in, casting a pall over the district and bringing about an early dusk. These inky purple clouds did not appear at all normal. They were off-cycle for the weekly rain, and wicked bolts of lightning repeatedly struck the area. We stopped to watch, entranced. The storm intensified over the next hour, and by 6 p.m. a near-constant barrage of lightning fell upon the area relentlessly. Suddenly, the tower exploded, and the shockwave ripped through everything it touched. There were no screams. There was no time. Death came for us all. As the crew went about their morning activities, a sudden boom shook the air. What can only be described as an epically loud sneeze from an enormous being echoed across the district. It originated from the northeast, toward the architect's area.
It is 6 a.m. Chris is heading towards the clinic. Rick is just now entering it himself. Chrysiopia finds herself on the roof stargazing. Lucius is sweeping up as Nadira is in her garden, and Stitch is practicing weapons in his Bastion. Nellie sits in her chair reading her copy of Professor Bristlecombe and the Brown Spotted Tree Horse. Suddenly, an ear-ringing boom sweeps through the district. As the cacophony echoes off the walls of the district, you realize that the sound isn't an explosion, but an impossibly loud sneeze.
Chrysiopia barrels down the hatch from the roof.
Lucius looks up and goes, huh. Deja vu. I'm sure it's nothing.
What the fuck was that?
That sounded like a sneeze. I wouldn't worry about it.
Sounded like another sneeze.
Do we realize that we're in Groundhog's Day?
Your experience is your experience.
Guys,
I'm just convinced that I was daydreaming way too fucking hard.
Well, I specifically don't believe in dreams, period. So I'm just assuming this is a very similar day. Despite the death at the end of the last one.
Oh, twice in a row? What are the odds?
Yeah.
Surely I wouldn't die on this. Whoa.
Why was
Why was that D20
Why
fucking
is that
huge?
so
Why
big?
is that so big?
What the fuck?
Oh my.
Oh, I
They're all
cannot
like
wait
that.
until Nadira sneak attacks someone.
Oh my god, they're all like that.
Oh gosh,
Goodness.
oh gosh. And they're not bound to anything anymore.
This update's great. I don't care what it broke.
Okay.
How'd you die?
Nadira comes walking in.
Okay, I fixed it on my end. at
Oh
least.
my god.
Oh, jeez.
How did
Hey,
you,
759
how did you
does not
fix
hit.
it?
If you go the dice option, you can set the roll percentage whatever size you want. I don't know why it defaulted
okay.
to 200%, but it did.
The devs are rad.
I kind of like it that big though.
Yeah.
Keep it the way you like it.
Learning all sorts of stuff about Nadira and Suki today.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I was
Um,
hoping that my perception would be sufficient to, you know what? That was a really fucking weird daydream. What was that sneezing sound?
We already
was-
know what that sneezing sound is.
No.
Yeah.
Chris will,
What was that? We
Chris will
don't know what
enter the...
Strictly
Chris will
speaking, we
enter-
do not know what the sneezing sound was. What we don't know is what that storm was. You all remember the storm, yes? I wasn't hallucinating that?
I think
It's
we were all
no.
hallucinating that, right?
It's kind of
mean, I-
hard to forget a storm that killed everyone.
Wait,
No? That
And yet, we're all here.
Chris hasn't walked in yet.
and
So
yet
there's
here,
one.
But
we all had the same daydream.
I don't
First
think
of
that
all,
that was a
dreams
daydream,
aren't real.
Stitch.
Mr. DM, quick
Mhm.
side note. What was the book Nellie was reading?
She is currently reading Professor Bristlecombe and the Brown Spotted Tree Horse. There's
That
a picture of
wasn't the book
giraffe
she
on the
was reading.
color. On the
That
cover.
wasn't the book she was reading last time.
Chris will enter the clinic and say to the group, can I talk to you guys about something?
Does
The
Chris
sneeze, the storm that killed us all yesterday.
Hold on.
does
Hold on.
Chris have the paper?
Wait, we're dead?
Hold on.
No, we're well. Actually, let's not rule that out.
Hold on. Surely this is all just a strange dream. But Chris, let me just do a shot in the dark. Did you hear about a hidden mail cell in the Zephyr Skydocks?
Yeah. Did you guys know about them already?
No, you've already told us about it.
No, I haven't.
You told us about it yesterday when this same thing happened. Yesterday.
I step
No,
outside and I look at the back side of our
yesterday.
sign.
Yesterday,
There's a
we
spooky
blew
ghost
up-
painted on it.
Priz,
Yesterday, we blew up the carrot factory. And you guys got really upset. Well, no. Yeah, the day before yesterday, we blew up the carrot factory. Yesterday, you got really pissy at Nadira for trying to kill the lady on the table.
yes,
And had me there for some reason.
You're technically right. Yes,
yes,
Chris. But yesterday, we all also heard a gigantic sneeze. We went outside, and there was a ghost painted on the back of the sign to our clinic.
well,
Which,
all
if we
right.
go out there now, you'll see the ghost is painted on the backside of our sign.
Well, all right. Let's be clear about our terminology. If what I suspect is happening is actually happening, then it was not yesterday. It was in fact today, and it will continue being today until something occurs to break it.
Nadira, did you give them all too much vigilance?
I have given nobody any drugs.
Priz, do you
I'm just
remember
gonna hand her a chip for one day clean.
what was the last thing you remember before 10 minutes ago?
Before 10 minutes ago, walking to the clinic.
Before that?
Being at home, messing with my
Trophies or
Leatherworking?
yeah, your leather.
yeah. And before that, I was in bed. And
You don't-
before that,
You don't remember the
we-
explosion.
what explosion?
Carrots?
Well, yeah. Oh, I remember the explosion. There were. I mean, I've still got carrots underneath some of these scales.
Do you remember going to the architect's eyrie?
That's a lot of big words. Could you use simpler ones?
Going to see the big sphinx.
No, I don't think we saw a sphinx.
No, I mean the attempt to go see the sphinx. We were not successful, of course.
I don't know anything about going to see a sphinx.
Hey,
Remember
Nelly.
the clinic burning down.
Nelly, do you remember anything?
The clinic is very clearly still standing here. Chrissy, are you okay? You need to lay down.
I'm beginning to think perhaps I do.
Wait, because I remember all these
Chris,
things.
no, you don't have to. No, there's something wrong with his brain, not yours.
I have an
That
idea.
is
Hang on.
incredibly
I have an
reassuring.
idea.
Excuse me. Hold on. Excuse me. My brain is perfectly fine. The stem is a little loose, but the rest of it's okay.
Are you certain?
I have an
Given
idea.
given your paraphernalia, how can you be certain that your cognitive functions are still aligned?
Nelly, do you remember the clinic burning down?
Yeah. You guys cleaned up pretty quick. I'm impressed.
And you remember being burned yourself?
Yeah?
And you remember the number of patients that we had that died?
Uh,
And they're all downstairs again?
yeah, you guys are really good
Live.
doctors.
Okay, so I think Chris is an NBC.
What's an NPC?
A
You
what?
know,
I love.
Excuse me? I feel like I should be insulted.
I just realized. Yeah, Nelly's the true sixth party member.
Yeah, I love the premise.
All right. It seems that some individuals are able to recall the previous episode, and others are not. That is, to my knowledge, a rather common element of time loop scenarios. Although we would have to be certain to ascertain that this is, in fact, some form of chronic manipulation, and not, for example, a recurring dream, mental manipulation. We could be placed into some sort of comatose state.
An announcement cuts the soft jazz of the Vox Box. Breaking news! Mage Knights have issued the following statement. Under order of the Grand Architect and in interest of public health, the gates to the College of Staves have been closed. We apologize for any inconvenience this may cause. Oh boy, folks. Sounds like something's going down beyond the walls. I wonder if that noise earlier has anything to do with it. Hope dragons can't catch colds. And the music then resumes playing.
Well, I guess we're not going to check out that cell.
No,
we got way
So-
bigger
never
fish to
going
fry.
Do that. Oh
DM.
yes.
Because I am an inquisitive person with a knowledge of the arcane, is there a means by which one could decisively prove that they are inside of a time loop?
If you had some way of bringing something with you through the time loop, or if you could, like, exhibit some kind of dramatic foreknowledge of an event nobody could have seen coming.
I mean, would that even really work in setting? I mean, diviners and seers exist, and they're not necessarily in a loop.
Correct. Although diviners and seers tend to work on a much more like vague basis. They can't really like down to the minute like script out an event. All they can really say is like, on the 7th evening, a gray horse shall arrive with the dawn, or like
No,
some really
but if you're
random shit like that.
but if your goal was to get people to listen to you, showing them that you have the ability to predict events, whether or not they believe it's from a time loop or that you're some kind of diviner, is going to have the same effect.
Yeah.
Wait, does Lucius still have that note in his pocket?
I think his pocket got completely obliterated yesterday.
Pocket
Yeah,
did
but
get
so did
completely
everything
obliterated,
else.
Tonight. Last tonight.
I'm there.
I reach into my pocket. Do I have a note?
You find nothing in your pocket that wasn't there this morning.
No, okay then.
I wonder.
I think you
No,
guys are
I have
working
to
too
wonder.
hard. Maybe you should go lay down.
Now, I do have to wonder. Typically, a linear sense of space-time can only exist within a particular planar system. Bastion is a planar system unto itself. Theoretically, if we were to go off plane temporarily, we might be able to escape.
Okay, but how are we going to do that when the district is locked down?
Also, that would be leaving all of our patients, Chrysiopeia, and we can't do anything like that. We're doctors first and foremost.
I am attempting to gain further insight into the situation so that we can formulate a plan. I am not saying that we should simply run away.
And I'm pretty sure what's happening at the end of this day is either taking out a very sizable chunk or completely destroying Bastion.
Why would you say that? They've closed the gates. Obviously, it's not going further than that. Otherwise, why would the gates be closed?
Do you not remember the explosion at the end of the evening that basically killed us in the blink of an eye?
No.
Yeah, and I don't remember seeing it leave the district because I was dead by then.
Right.
Well, if we are in the
Which
situation,
means-
if we are in the situation that I've described, we have all of the time in the world to gain as much information as we want. If we want to see whether
Or-
we'll destroy all of Bastion, we could just charter a ship out and watch it from the outside.
I will
Again,
say,
how are we
that-
going to do that when the whole district is locked down?
I will
I'm
say that
merely making suggestions. We can work out the details later. My God.
I will say, Chrysiopia, that having a sample size of 1 and extrapolating however many repetitions you think will go exactly the same seems a bit excessive for the amount of data you're working with. You don't know if this will get worse at the end of every day or end shorter.
That's a fair point.
Well, we can wait it out to the end of the day and see what happens.
From behind us, there's a set of like really heavy footsteps coming up the stairs, and Tancred walks up holding his head, and he's just like, "Tancred have headache."
Oh, Tancred. It's okay, buddy. I'm sure Lucius can get you a new head.
You're gonna be all right, buddy. And I pat his bum because I can't reach his shoulder.
You can barely reach his bum.
Yeah, I know.
I think it's
So,
clear.
Well, he can barely reach the right side. The left side's a little bit lower because the legs are uneven.
I think it's clear from the outset that we're not going to accomplish anything if we can't convince people to listen to us.
I
My
think the
question
most-
is how come all of us remember this, including Nelly, but not Chris?
I
Perhaps
hate
we
to
should
say this,
examine him.
but he lacks quite a bit of intelligence.
I can't.
What if,
It's
what
not
if the
like
wall
a.
hit Chris hard enough to give him a concussion before killing him?
It's not like I remember this. It's for me. It's more like I had a daydream. Like it doesn't seem real.
I remember it all quite clearly.
So do I.
I got some of the high points.
Interesting.
Big rabbit.
Give me an insight
Uh,
check.
Oh,
I don't know
Anyone
why, but
or-
there was that one.
Anyone or just Stitch?
Anyone.
That one cell. That one cell at the area that was open.
A what? Insight.
Praise
Uh,
Gonsi.
Not Stitch. Woo!
Praise
Praise
Gonsi!
Gonsi.
And she has a
Make it
minus
Yay.
one.
modifier.
Yeah, my
Alright.
wisdom's not so great.
Pretty much anyone who got a 16 or higher. You all kind of slowly come to the realization that the guy on the radio seems to think that this is happening for the first time today. There is no mention of this, like a storm blowing up the tower or anything like that on the radio. That he gave the exact same message that he gave the day before.
Was it potentially
Well-
some sort of premonitory vision?
That we
In any
all
case.
share?
I don't think so.
So,
I
guess, do we
vividly
wanna-
remember yesterday.
you mean today?
Yeah, yes. Fuck.
Yes, today.
Yes. Technically today.
Yeah.
Might be
Yesterday.
possible. It might be possible that, due to Nadir and I's longer life experience, that we have. Some
Are you
sort of-
saying I'll understand when I'm older?
when you're 3 or
Fuck you.
400 potentially?
Now you're rubbing it in my face. I won't even make 40.
Here we go. The classic elves rubbing it in everyone's faces. They live 400 or 500 years.
I
I'm
know.
merely attempting. I'm
Assholes.
merely attempting. Well, I mean, to be precise. Anyway, at any rate, it's a little important why some of us are able to remember better than others. The important thing is that we have an opportunity to stop whatever is happening.
I think we really have to force our way into the area.
I agree.
Didn't
Seems
you
to be
guys
the
say
locus
that
we
there
of
were
whatever
guards
this
there?
would- Well, if we're
do-
able,
Do we have to stop it? I mean, isn't the whole everybody's always alive at the beginning of the day kind of a doctor's dream?
our entire goal as a organization is to improve the lives of the people of this city. We cannot accomplish this if our efforts get reset at the end of every day.
But think of the personal growth we could accomplish during this. Didn't you want some of us to become more medically adept?
I have already experienced what I believed would be unending existence. I am in no hurry to experience it again.
So none of the rest of us get to, because Chrysiopia doesn't want to.
If you do not want to help, you do not have to.
Look, I'll go along with whatever as long as we stop by the place in the air docks next.
Chris, I
I
think that
don't-
your efforts would be best spent defending the clinic.
We can't go to the air docks today.
Well, I mean, the next thing we do after we get this all cleared up, whatever you guys think is going on. As long as we go to the air docks next, I'll help with whatever.
Theoretically, if we were to begin this loop again, would there be a brief period in which we could escape the district before it goes on lockdown?
What time is it?
It is about 6:45.
What time did that radio broadcast get announced?
About 15 minutes.
How far is it to the wall?
You guys could make it. It does usually take about 15 minutes to get through customs.
I think the real question is, when did we remember the previous edition of today happening? Like, did those of us who remember it wake up knowing this, or did we remember it at 6:30 during the sneeze?
6
I didn't
a.m.
remember until
6 a.m. is
Or 6 a.m.
when this day started for you.
it didn't start at midnight. It started at 6 a.m.
6 a.m.
Yes.
You were doing whatever it
Yes,
is you
I
were doing
remember.
at 6 a.m. the day before.
Yes, I remember a distinct break in my consciousness in between the destructive ending of the previous loop iteration and when we were all separated at the beginning of this.
How long have we been trapped in this loop?
I'd rather prefer not to ask that question. It is unlikely to lead to any productive ends.
So,
In any
do we
case.
want to try to go see the Sphinx again, or do we want to try something different? Do we want to try to see the Sphinx again just to verify that this is in fact what we think is a loop, rather than just a couple of odd coincidences in our morning?
Yes. Also, I think it would be wise to station Chris or potentially someone else at the clinic so that they're able to ascertain who was it that the perpetrators of the arson, so that we can prepare and
prevent
stop
it.
them. Yes. Well, ideally, we're going to need to figure out a way to prevent that without being here, given that in future iterations we're likely to be predisposed.
I mean, I'll help Chris. We can both be on the lookout. It didn't seem like our investigative skills were particularly necessary at the area last time.
I think that seems like a wise allocation of resources.
I really think that we might need to use force to get our way into the area. Or guile.
I think so too.
I think
Guile
there may
didn't
be,
work so well last time.
I believe that there may be
Yeah.
other options. Stitch, are you able to cast Zone of Truth?
No. No, I
Was it-
cannot.
If we were to acquire a skull for you, could you?
I mean, probably. Doesn't come cheap, though, you know?
Well, I mean, it's only going to cost us if we succeed. Can't hurt to try. At the same time, there are other means of potentially asserting our legitimacy. For example, I know of a rather rare spell that allows one to extract and encode thoughts into a physical form that can be directly transmitted to others. Potentially, we could use this to verify our authenticity. Or, of course, we could just play Cassandra and predict events. In any case, I would prefer not to use force or break any conventions, given that if we are successful, we would then, of course, still be liable for any damages that we caused.
Chris has kind of wandered off and is playing patty cake with Tancred.
There is an event that won't occur for some time now. The rabbit, yes?
As you say that, you can hear like the distant shrieks of people slightly down the street start to panic, and you can look out the window. You got a pretty good view, like long ways down this one street, and around the corner, you think you catch a glimpse of a very large, fluffy white ear.
That's a problem for future iterations. We could potentially use this event to assert our authority. If we could, for example, tip off the authorities that this were to occur. Yes?
We could try, yes, but it also could very easily be something that is a setup, right? We pay off some weird hedge wizard's apprentice to summon a illusion of a giant white rabbit, and then we claim prescience by telling the local guard that that's what's happening. Why are they going to believe that?
I suppose that's true. We would have to predict some sort of event that we verifiably have no control over. Wait a moment.
Maybe like a gigantic sneeze.
Or maybe like a lottery. Is there a lottery in...
Something I have to think about, because like there's definitely lotteries in Refugio. There's definitely lotteries in Herald's.
I don't think you could do a lottery in a place that is forced
I think-
into order.
I think there'd be lotteries in the Rimmen Bazaar too.
Yeah, I'm sure the Rim Bazaar also has a lottery system, especially when it comes to like access to auctions. I'm fairly certain the college's staves wouldn't have a lottery. They tried it a couple times. All the numbers ended up rounding off to the nearest 10. So
Yeah.
it kind of hampers the...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, see, that is kind of the problem we're running into, is that, like, in order to really, really prove that we're in a time loop, we'd have to predict something that is totally random, but there is nothing that's totally random in the college.
Not so much. However, today is a day of chaos. All kinds of wacky, wild stuff happening, and you guys noticed Nibemi Unu's thing turn off towards the end of the day.
Or thing?
Yeah, the
Yes.
the district-wide thing that turns all your rolls even. That turned off
Oh.
towards the end of the day.
Yep. I mean, I suppose it would require a degree of perhaps we should simply talk to them.
Get to know them.
If this theory is correct, I believe that we have little to risk by little to risk. So I'm simply going to go there.
Gonna go to
I
the
think
area.
I'm gonna follow.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like. What do we have to like? Why are we over planning? We are literally in a time loop. Just try shit and see.
No,
Yeah.
we think we're in a time loop.
So what do you guys want me to do?
Christophe is
I'm
already
just going to
convinced.
start every day with the premise I'm in the first of a time loop.
You talk.
I
This is like the if Crispy is like her perspective is like if I am in a time loop, it would be like the 27th weirdest thing I've experienced in my career as a wizard.
I think that we're gonna need, or at least want, Chris and Rick. I don't know why, but just in case. And I don't want to leave our patients here to die. Let's get them outside.
Send the patients home.
Yeah.
What is the status of our current patients? What kind of condition are they in?
It's mostly like bumps, bruises, sniffles. Like they're sick enough to like need a bed, but no one's like dying in your building. Well, until the fire happens.
We could potentially move them to the crematorium temporarily.
Yeah, that takes time.
Who's doing that?
I mean,
I
it's not
say
that
we
far
set them
away.
outside. I say we put them outside and lock the doors.
Better
Tell 'em
idea.
we'll be back.
We move them further away from outside, move all of Nellie's books away, and then we fill this place with as much flammable stuff as we can find, so that when they light it, they get a surprise.
Yeah, but that's
Hold on.
only.
What are we talk? What's lighting? What are we?
As much as the
What-
vindictiveness of that does bring a smile to my face, something tells me that is not the wisest response.
Zach, did you say it's about like 6:45?
It is currently 7:15. I am ticking time along, assuming that this conversation takes a little bit longer
cool.
than IRL.
Well, Chris, in about 3 hours, several kids are gonna run by here and firebomb the building.
Why didn't you not say something sooner? We could have prevented this. Like, we can set up a couple people around. We can get hold of our people.
That's what we're discussing, and that's why we're saying you and oh my god, Rick are gonna stay here to ward those kids off.
Yes.
And they
think
say
my
I
favorite
have
part-
memory problems.
To be fair, according to the carrot explosion happening 2 days ago, he met me 3 days ago.
Ideally, you would not only prevent it, but also figure out where they're coming from, and potentially we could head the entire problem off at the pass.
Do we want to try going to talk to the ghosts now?
We could. What would we say to them?
Please don't burn down our building. There's sick people in there. Burn down the crematorium. At least everyone in there is already dead.
Something tells me they're not going to find that particularly convincing. Although they might be somewhat startled by the fact that we predicted their assault.
Unless they also know about the loop.
Well, they did tag your sign.
Yes.
Yeah, but that could have happened a while ago. We're kind of idiots.
In any case, we can't make any progress until we understand what's happening with greater accuracy.
What?
Yeah, you were dragging something when you said.
In any case, we can't make any progress until we understand what is happening with greater accuracy. I'm heading out. I have some supplies that I'd like to procure. And
Well, Rick, I guess we've got the clinic.
That we do.
I am going to go hit up a scroll shop.
Okay, you happen to know a guy, not too far from here.
I'm gonna try to see if I can find a scroll of encode thoughts.
Are you going to the guy that you guys interacted with before, or are you going to try and find a different scroll
Hell
shop?
no, I'm not going to that asshole.
Okay. Sure, yeah, you go have to go buy a scroll.
Soap thinks that,
What's up?
thinks that all of the people in town are asshole, or all the shopkeepers in town are assholes.
And she's not
Never
wrong.
considers the fact that she might be an asshole to them.
Also not wrong. So go ahead
I
and
was nothing but congenial to that man.
go ahead and roll an investigation check to find a shop that has the scroll that you want in it.
Guidance.
Oh.
I will give you a +1.
I was coming with you this whole time.
I will give you a +1 for each hour beyond the first that you look.
Okay, so we had 3 hours before it. Yeah, I'll take 2 hours.
All right. By the time you're done looking, it's going to be about 10.
Okay, so
11, 12, 13,
that's
15.
yes.
So 16,
15. You find
right? So wait,
a shop with a scroll.
Did the odd number thing already turn off?
You find a shop with a
Seems
scroll.
like it did. Cool. So encode thoughts is a cantrip. How much does that cost again?
Cantrips are like
it's-
100. Oh no, cantrips are 50.
Yeah, because it's shit. I don't have that kind of. I'll just steal it. How difficult would it be to shop?
Shoplift a scroll?
I
So the way that the shop works is it's essentially a normal bookstore, but they have like a catalog that you can kind of poke through as far as like magical scrolls are concerned, and they go out back and they get it for you.
I see. Well, I don't suppose they'll allow me to take it on credit.
You can write up a promissory note. Here's if the check bounces.
Yeah, that would be true. Can I can I do that?
Sure. Hope you
I
don't
don't have a
solve it
bank
this
account.
cycle.
Yeah, we're not going to.
The business has has one. You gotta have some way to pay your employees and stuff.
Yeah. Okay, sure. I'll write a I'll write a bad check.
Okay.
Great. So I have a scroll that. Well, actually, I really ideally I want two because the receiver has to cast the spell two in order to get the memory. So I want at least two.
Okay.
Okay. Having obtained those things, I'm going to use one of them. I'm going to cast it. Let me bring up the spell real, just to make sure that I'm getting this right. It's actually from Ravnica. Code thoughts. There we go. One action, 8 hours. Pull a memory, an idea, or a message from your mind to transform into a tangible string of glowing energy called the Thought Strand. Persists for the duration until you cast the spell again. Casting the spell holding a Thought Strand is instantly receive whatever memory, idea, or message the Thought Strand contains. Okay, so it doesn't...
Who's at the
okay.
clinic?
I am.
You are?
Yeah.
As am I.
What's your passive perception?
20.
You definitely notice because your paranoia has you staring straight out the window. You notice a group of youths gathering out in front of the store.
What time is it?
Around 10 in the morning.
And minus 16.
I mean, how gathered is gathering?
There's about 4 or 5 of them. One of them has a large knapsack, fairly heavy with how it's set.
I mean, how close together are the youths?
They're like right next to each other. They came from like different parts of the street. They all are like meeting directly in front of the clinic. Not like a group of them walked by and just stopped.
Well, why not just immediately go all out? I would like to entangle the youths.
You'd have to at least leave the clinic for that.
The street is over 90 feet across?
No, but there's like windows and the door blocking line of effect.
Yeah, I mean, I just have to go over to the door and open it.
Yeah, you'd have to at least leave the clinic.
Oh, I'd have to go through the door too, rather than have it just not be between me and the kids?
No, you don't have to pass through the doorway, but like that's essentially the same thing. Free access between you and the kids.
I just want...
Given Entangled doesn't have a... It's just a point within range. It doesn't originate from the caster. Wouldn't he be able to pick the space under their feet even through a window to start it?
You still need line of effect to the origin of the... he can't just cast... he can't just cast Entangle like... Yeah, you can't cast whole person through a window. You can't cast Entangle through like a solid wall. You gotta have free access between you and the door. It doesn't have to be a lot of free access. It can be as small as a keyhole that you're looking through, but like you can't have the door or the windows, even though you can see through them. You still need line of effect.
Yeah. So I'd just, go over and just object interaction the door and then action entangle.
Yeah, no, I'm just letting you know, like, you can't do it while you're sitting casually at the counter.
No. I just don't want them to have a chance to run away. I want to do this spell before they necessarily notice I'm doing something to them.
Go ahead and roll initiative, and we'll see if you surprise the kids good.
Okay. Well, not looking good for me.
Well, I'll give you the tie. Yeah, no, you definitely throw open the... Well, actually, no, they would have had disadvantage. They're surprised. Yeah, no, you definitely beat them. No, as they're sitting there, they're like starting to like pull like wine bottles out of this backpack, and they've got like rags out of them, and they're starting to like work with a tinderbox trying to get them lit. As they're doing this, you just throw open the door and chuck a spell at them. Does Entangle do damage?
No.
No? Okay, you've just tied up a bunch of kids. They're kids. They don't have good saving throw. I'm just going to say it works.
Yeah. Okay. And then I guess I'll call back into the clinic. I was 100% ready for this to be like a group of kids bringing a sick kid over and have me just jumping the gun.
A sick kid that they were keeping in a backpack.
This is our sick infant. We couldn't afford a stroller.
Sir, it's my little brother, please. He's got the rot eye.
Yeah, so I'm going to, shout back to the people who stayed, like, hey, the kids with the fire bombs are here.
Those fire bombs we ordered arrived.
Yeah. They all cry out in unison, "No, please, our rickets!"
Is anyone else in the clinic responding? Or
Yeah.
I am coming up.
Yeah, go ahead, Chris. Go ahead.
No, I'm just coming up behind you. If you've got it taken care of, there's no reason for me to make further action. They're children.
Oh, well, no, there's definitely an action we're going to take here. So they are stuck, right?
They are the thing, restrained.
Oh, perfect. So I'm going to, like, casually walk outside.
Okay.
And then Tancred's going to come out behind me. And I'm just going to slowly take out my crossbow.
Oh no.
I'm going to look up and go, "You kids have until I have this loaded to get the fuck out of here and leave our clinic alone." And I'm going to very slowly draw a crossbow bolt out, and I'm going to slowly start to move to load it.
Okay. These kids are tied to the floor.
Yeah.
Yes, I know. I'm putting the fear of fucking God into them.
Go ahead and give me an intimidation check. Yeah, no, this works. You scare the piss, literally the piss. A couple of them pee themselves out of a bunch of like 13-year-olds. They are currently panicking as they are desperately trying to get themselves out of this entangle spell. And
After a couple of moments...
Oh no. One of them has a very, very bad idea.
We can light this sickly looking fuck on fire.
Well, what he does, you're close. He manages to finish lighting the Molotov that he was holding, and he just takes it and he just like football spikes this thing at the ground, hoping to burn the plants away. He got a 6 on his intelligence check. This was not a good idea. You have like 3 kids tied up in your front lawn on fire, and like 2 more are like panicking. They're just outside the Molotov's radius.
Well, Chris isn't gonna let that stand. He's gonna go out and start pulling kids out of the...
Well, this will be an object lesson for them.
Chris, I do want to point out, you could literally just slap... If your goal was to get them out, you could just slap Rick to break his concentration.
I mean, he could try. I have Warcaster. And
I was gonna say Rick is like made not to break concentration.
I am not confident that I could do that. I am confident I can rip the children from the vines.
Okay, give me a strength or athletics check. You pull a kid
my
out.
DC is 15.
15? Okay.
Your DC is 15.
Hey! Now give me a
Huzzah!
dexterity save. The kid's on fire.
I mean, I
Well,
guess
Chris,
if you insist.
while Chris is making his dex save, I would probably drop concentration if I see them pulling the children out of the thicket.
Yeah. I'll say 12 makes it. He's just kind of
Damn,
on fire.
I rolled a 5.
Oh, yeah. Holy crap, you got +7 to dex saves. Yeah, no, as you were, like, tugging this kid out of the fire, the concentration on the spell ends, and the two kids that aren't on fire run screaming away. The two kids that Chris isn't holding begin, swatting at themselves wildly, trying to put out the fire. It's mostly just, like, their clothes and stuff right now that's on fire. Chris, you are currently holding a panicking, screaming, ignited child by the wrist.
Cool. So you would say I am touching the child, correct?
I would say that, yes.
Please don't phrase it like that.
So I am going to cast resistance on the child and give him resistance to fire damage while also working to smother the fire.
Okay. Give me
That way he's not as horribly damaged.
a dex check to smother the fire, and if you fail, he'll only take half damage.
Just a straight dex.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, you put that kid out. It's fine. There are two kids who aren't. They're each
They are my next.
They're each going to take 1 fire damage as their clothes start to burn.
Cool. The closest one is next, and I'm gonna shout out for them to get on the ground and roll.
Yeah, these kids don't know stop, drop, and roll, so they're just kind of freaking out. Joe, you finished loading that crossbow yet?
No, they don't know stop, drop, and roll. They only know cry, scream, and piss.
That's right.
No. See, while I was in the middle of loading the crossbow, I fumbled the bolt and it hit the ground, so I'm picking up and going to load it again.
Oh,
By the
okay.
way, my crossbow is a magical repeating crossbow. I don't need to do this.
All right.
Oh no, I've seen you shoot in combat. You might need to do this.
What's Rick up to? Is he helping with the burning children?
I think I'm just gonna go out, but I'm not really good at helping.
I would like
if
to
it
point
really
out
hurt,
that
I know spare the dying, but aside from that, I'm not going to go over where something's on fire. That's dangerous.
I
True.
would just like to point out the current perspective that the people on the street probably have is we burst open the door, entangled 2 children, and threatened them, and then lit the ground that they were stuck to on fire.
Hey, if they saw us threatening the kids, they were definitely watching and saw the kids light themselves on fire.
No,
You
they
know
were
who else
probably
uses
watching the
fire?
guy who was threatening to load the crossbow.
They probably weren't watching
You know who else
shit
uses
until
fire, Rick?
a fire and the screaming happened.
Yeah, you know who else uses fire? Smiths.
Am I making progress on the second kid?
So
While also telling
both
the
kids
third
failed
kid to get down and
their own
roll.
personal saves to put out the fire. Go ahead and give me another dex check to put a second kid out. Ooh,
Go have Tankard try to put one out.
kid number 2 has been extinguished.
I sincerely doubt that will go well.
That's the fun of it.
The second kid has a second point of damage on him as he can those start to burn a little bit more.
This
No
kid's
one
gonna
else
earn a
is-
name just like that chick in the beginning.
He does manage to put himself out. So
Great.
you have
Now we have patience, Doctor.
Yeah, no, you've got 2 kids with burns. One of them who is mildly traumatized. Well, all 3 of them are traumatized, but they're more concerned about their burns at them. And 2 kids have
That's okay.
run
I'm
away
the
screaming.
resident-
Well,
okay,
yeah, I
I'm
guess
the
it's
resident psychologist.
I guess it was a good thing that this happened in front of a medical clinic that is no longer in danger of burning down.
Hey, that's pretty nice, yeah.
mean, a couple kids got away. It might still be in danger.
Zoro, did you just say Chris is the psychologist?
I might have.
And you're a ranger?
Yeah.
From
Why
the
not?
from the Tribelands? One could say that you're a
Yeah.
frontier psychologist? A psychiatrist?
Yeah. Absolutely.
God
Nice.
damn it.
To be fair, those boys do need therapy.
That boy does need therapy.
Well, after they get them all put out.
Lucius is white as a ghost.
So once they've gotten them all put out, I'm just gonna look down and go, oh right, I don't need to load this. And then I put it away, and then go, all right, boys, or children, how about we get those burns looked at, and you can tell us who paid you to do this.
I thought we already knew who paid them.
We knew the ghosts. I'm assuming we might be able to get like a name or a description.
Chris has a
Would you
taxidermy
give-
shop where he makes false teeth.
Just curious. Would you tell the people you're paying to go set a a building on fire your name?
Again, maybe we can get a description.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, boys. Up, and Chris will grab two of them by their arms, whichever
Okey-doke.
two are closest. And he'll lead them into the clinic.
All right, you do this. You have essentially kidnapped 3 small children after setting them on fire.
We're the good guys.
He did not set them on fire. They
This
set
is an-
themselves on
They
fire.
set themselves on fire.
This
Yeah,
is an
I'm
improvement.
sure the Mage Knights will see the distinction.
Yes.
This,
I would
this is
point
an
out.
improvement over when Nadira brought a child in, because this time the explosives are already used.
Correct. What is everyone else doing? We've got 3 people dealing with kids. Chrysiopea just got her scrolls. What's Nadira up to?
Having her face full of corn.
Yum, corn.
Nice.
You don't
On
have
the
to
cob
out
or
like
off?
that.
Tasty niblets.
On. Okay, Nadira went and got, or not Nadira, good lord. Soap went and got a scroll for Stitch, I assume.
For herself.
Oh,
I just came along for moral support and also guidance support.
okay. Did we decide not to go see the Sphinx yet?
No.
I don't think we're going yet today. We might go later.
A little after 10.
So, the reason I got that scroll in particular is because I am planning to help use it. My goal is to help use it to improve our credibility so that we can maybe get in.
Okay. So after you got the scroll, what was your plan?
Head straight there.
Well, then Nadira would probably be with you.
Okie doke. So, what Chrysiopea is going to do, she's going to use one of the encode thought scrolls to encode her memory of the disaster. So, the last thing she saw, like the roiling skies gathering on the Eyrie, the big explosion, the death, waking up in the same spot as yesterday, the feeling of familiarity of knowing that this had already happened, all of that is going into the encoded thought.
Okay, doke.
The I like to think that because of who Chrysiopea is, that encoded, because it takes the form of like a physical artifact.
Yeah.
She has like a tiny urn, and as she places the encoded thought in, it fills with ash.
Cool.
And the other scroll of encode thoughts is going to be used by the person receiving the thought.
Oh,
But let's. Yes, because that's how the spell works. You have to cast the spell again.
yeah.
And I don't. I think the mage knights generally are casters, right?
They would just be knights if they weren't.
Yeah. So I know that they are spellcasters, but I don't necessarily know if they would have this particular spell locked and loaded. Hence, getting 2 of them.
Yeah, no, that's a good play.
So I'm gonna go there.
You're gonna go to the tower?
I'm
Yes.
coming with.
All right, you
Okay.
guys start heading off to the tower. I'm gonna say it's gonna take you about an hour to get. As you arrive, it's about 11:15, 11:30, somewhere in there. There's an even larger crowd than you saw previously outside the tower, and the people have started becoming rather restless. They're starting to panic a little bit. They say the district is falling apart. No one can leave. One guy who's got like a freshly broken arm is like, I was attacked by a giant rabbit. And the Mage Knights seem to be a little bit stressed out, trying to handle this crowd and its growing ire.
I'm going to attempt to push through. There was someone who was like letting people in, right? At this point, some kind of checkpoint.
That was a while ago. They might have stopped by now. You'll have to find out.
Okay, I'm going to try to make my way to the area to the area by the most efficient means possible. I'm just gonna keep going until someone stops me.
All right. As you approach the line of the Mage Knights, they have since erected barriers, like a simple wooden barricade, and set up traffic dividers. And one of the Mage Knights, as you try to, well, do you try to push past the Mage Knight and their barrier, or do you just like get to the front of the crowd and then stop to talk to him?
So there's a line?
It's more like a crowd is kind of pushed up against a wooden barricade. There's no like line anymore.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna try to push. Gonna try to push forward as efficiently as I can.
Yeah, you get to the front of the line, you're met with a plank of wood and a Mage Knight blocking your path. They've pretty much set a perimeter around the area. Beyond the perimeter, it seems that rationality and calm still exist. The sages and the scholars and the Mage Knights beyond the barricade all seem to be going about their day like nothing is.
Yes. Hello. I have quite a dire issue. There is a. They're not going to believe me. But I think there's also an emergency happening. Is there any means by which I could get access to the area?
He looks like he's struggling to hear you a little bit over the din of the crowd, but like you've got like a third of his attention. He goes, "Sorry, ma'am, we're not letting anyone in to see the area without official business."
I have official business.
He goes, "With whom? On whose orders?"
His name is
Official
Marcus.
Yes, I have official business with Marcus. He requested our help with his research.
Give me a deception check.
Stitch, are you proficient in deception?
I am not, but I am more
am.
charismatic than you are.
You're eating corn.
Yeah.
No, the corn is done now.
Oh, great. Did you go with them?
Yeah.
Did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you're there too then. I wasn't aware.
I literally said that I would be going with soap if they were heading to the area afterwards.
Okay.
I have a +4. What do you have?
I have a negative
Same.
1, but I was the one talking.
Right, well,
Unfortunately.
If we're trying to give a deception check, I'm about to start freestyling over this. Like, oh, he's a wiry fella. He's, thin, bobbing Adam's apple. He's got a long pointed nose, fringe of hair.
I suppose Stitch was the one who first mentioned Marcus.
Yeah.
So
Someone can roll it, and whoever wants to help can help.
I do not want to help.
Ooh.
There you go.
Nice.
You seem to catch the Mage Knight's full attention. He goes, "Marcus, the bug guy? Yeah, sure.
He smells kind of like onions.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Come on in." He lifts the barricade a little bit, and lets you guys through.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I mean, just head straight to the area again. Think.
Sure. You get to the area.
What were you...
You're greeted with pretty
Yeah,
much the
again.
same crowd you saw on the previous round. It's Mage Knights at their posts. A bunch of them are on break. Some sages coming in and out.
Same deal. I'm just gonna keep marching straight to where I'm trying to go, and if somebody
You are stopped by
stop
the
to talk if
fellow
somebody
with
stops
many
me.
badges upon his chest.
Yes, I remember this fellow.
He goes, "Ma'am, what business do you have at the area?"
Did I get this guy's name last time?
No, we did not.
Okay. Sir, I know this may be difficult to believe, but we have had this conversation before.
If I would remember that,
Do you
madam.
remember me? You
Afraid I
don't
do
remember
not.
that.
I haven't. I'm a man who's fairly good with faces, and I believe I would remember one as unique as yours, man.
I'm going to ignore that comment.
Oh, he just said you had a unique face.
I have... There is a crisis happening. I have information about a disaster that is...
He kind of cuts you off with a hand, and he goes, "Ma'am, any crisis beyond the walls, I assure you, will stay beyond the walls. Mage Knights
This is
have everything
not
in hand."
beyond the walls.
So
It is not beyond the walls. It's happening right here in the area.
Is this the person who should see that memory?
Yes.
Or do you think it would help? Sir,
Yes.
we had a conversation similar to this. And then you turned us away. And then at the end of the day, the area and the entire district blew up. No, it's not a dream. You don't have to believe us. You have to listen to this, but you have to read this spell. It's an encode memory spell.
Yes, and I'm going to hand him the scroll and the token.
He glances the spell over real quick, and he goes, he hands it back to you. He goes, "I have no need for that. Just take the token."
No,
He can cast it himself.
Oh, I see.
He casts the spell, and he reads your token. Does it consume the token when it's read?
I believe it does, yes.
Then yeah, he opens it up. The ashes kind of flow out of the jar and up to his forehead between the. They leave a little smudge on his forehead. And as he finishes the spell, go ahead and give me a persuasion check with advantage. Convince him. He might still think this is some kind of fabrication.
Yeah.
I would help, or since I'm the one trying to convince him to take the spell, can I roll persuasion for this?
You're all here trying to convince him. Anybody can do it. Whoever wants to take the lead can take the lead, and then whoever wants to help can help.
Okay, so my +7 got me a 13. I love it.
You have advantage.
You want some help?
Oh, I do have advantage, right? I'll take some help, sure. Somebody provide the help action if you are skilled in persuasion.
I sure am.
Ooh.
Then you cannot hurt it.
Well, that's a good thing.
That's good.
Yeah, no, Nadira's like, I'm gonna help, but she knows better and can't really. She knows what she was gonna say was kind of dumb, so she keeps her mouth shut. 15, I'll say, is good enough though.
It's technically a 16 at
It's
this point in time of the day.
a 15.
Nope.
Oh, is the chaos? I thought you said the chaos turned off late
No,
yesterday.
no. He said we noticed it late yesterday.
Right.
So he's listening to your arguments and he's reviewing the footage essentially. He goes, Adam,
I can't cast the spell, but I saw the same thing happen yesterday with my own eyes.
if what I've seen is the truth, that is deeply disturbing.
Yes. And
Yes.
from our understanding, myself, a few of my compatriots seem to be the only ones able to remember the events with clarity, although even some of ours aren't able to.
Genuinely bizarre. By all means, please enter the area.
I believe it would be best, if it's at all possible, for us to be provided an escort. I understand that this is
While
unusual
quite
for the
cluttered,
West.
I assure you the library is easy to navigate. You should be able to find your way quite easily.
It's not the library that I need access to. It's Mubemi, you know.
Oh. Afraid, I don't have that kind of clout, madam. I'm only a lieutenant. Here. He reaches into his coat pocket and he pulls out like a scroll. He unrolls it and he grabs a pen off of one of the other soldiers' pockets. He really quickly scribbles something down in it. This is an official writ. It carries what authority I do have. He hands it to you. I wish you luck.
Thank you. Thank you for your help. I'm gonna keep going. I'm going to cast the other encode thoughts, encoding the same one.
Okie doke.
Gonna refresh the token.
Cool.
Um,
The door to the clinic opens. Is there anyone upstairs?
Chris is almost certainly not helping with the patients.
Chris,
Children.
you're upstairs with Nelly.
So-
You watch as the door opens and in walks a frazzled and exhausted looking Raven. He walks right past you, paying you almost no mind, and then immediately goes downstairs.
Excuse me, you can't. And Chris will stand up to follow him.
You follow him downstairs. He is handing Lucius a folded up note. He goes, a missive for you, sir.
Oh, thank you, sir. And I'm gonna quickly pull out a gold coin and hand it to him, since I missed it last time.
He almost doesn't even see you do it because he's so quick to turn around, but he does a double take and snatches it out of your hand before he gets going. And he hurries quickly up the stairs. He would push past Chris if he didn't somehow perfectly fit between Chris and the wall and just kind of frictionlessly slide past you into the foyer and then out the clinic.
So did he slide to the left or did he slide to the right?
He did 2 jumps.
I was asking if he chop real smooth afterward.
And he takes off.
Chris will turn around, sir. He's gonna follow him to at least the door.
He's swiftly out the door, and as you like exit the clinic, he has jumped. He's like parkoured up the side of a building, and he's now going roof to roof along his route.
Gosh, not a very talkative fellow, and kind of rude.
He looked exhausted.
he'll
He
go
looked
back
exhausted and frazzled.
He's got a job, dude.
Chris will go back
Oh,
inside, closing the door behind him.
So rude. The mailman won't talk to me.
All right, go get his note.
I'm assuming, is it the same note that I got yesterday?
Open it.
Yeah, of course.
It reads. I'll send it to you again.
Okay.
Right. What the note said.
Okay.
What does it say?
We don't know.
It's his note. And that happens
Okay.
at noon.
Okay.
Chris is going to go sit down by next to Molly and make small talk.
She gives you pretty much just yeah. Oh, neat.
Yeah, Chris is talking about his head collection back at his place, so he's perfectly fine.
Oh wow.
When you're 10 uh-huhs and 6 that's crazies into the conversation and he doesn't realize you don't want any part of it.
Her eyes do not a single time leave her book. That was
That's
what's
fine.
going on at the clinic.
Noon letter.
Back to Chrysiopia, Nadira, and Stitch. What are you guys up to?
About the 10th floor?
Yes, we are assumedly
Heyo.
making our way up to top of the area. I'm assuming that we see a similar scene as we did last time, right?
Yeah, you guys can take the same route. You guys get about halfway up. When you're stopped by like a strange voice. Hey! Hey, you!
What?
Yeah, you!
Who is that?
He returns.
Down here!
What?
Down!
What? I look down.
Down!
I look down.
Yeah, hi! So, yeah. You folks, wouldn't happen to have any teeth, would you?
Well, not on me.
You don't got like a
No.
spare tooth?
Didn't you leave one in the cage that you were in?
Oh crap, you're right, that's where it went. I'm not going back there. It took me like 6 months to find a window to break out of that goddamn thing. I ain't going back. I'm getting the hell out of here.
Just out of curiosity, have you experienced this day before?
Lady, I've been having the same goddamn day, that freaking box, for 3 months. Every freaking day, it's wake up, eat a tooth, get gawked at by some goddamn dorks, and then pass the fuck out. But I'm free, goddammit. I'm not going back.
Well, I
Did
wish you the
the,
best of luck in your endeavors.
Did the day that ended yesterday end in an explosion?
No?
Okay.
Who asks that? What the hell kind of question is that? Who are you people?
Never mind. It's not important. We have more important matters to get to.
Bunch of toothless assholes is what you are. I'm getting the hell out of here. Good freaking luck. He then slithers under a table and you assume he begins trying to make his way further down the tower.
Hey,
What?
if I went to your cage and I got that tooth for you, would you do us a favor?
Go on.
Hey. How did you find you? Well, first off, how did you find your way out of that thing? Those locks look pretty secure.
Sir, there's not a lock on this fucking rock I can't open.
Would you travel to the top floor with us?
Hell no. I ain't going anywhere near that freaky cat.
What if we
What if I gave you a
had
tooth?
an ample supply of teeth?
How many teeth we talking?
How many do you think we can
How
get out
many
of Chris before he notices?
How many people have died in the last week?
You asking me? 'Cause
How many
I'm not,
have we cremated?
I'm not
No,
keeping
No,
track.
I'm asking the voice in the sky. How many people have accessed how many bodies did we take into the crematorium this week?
I'm gonna say you do about 15 a week. Most of these crematoriums are pretty like small operations.
Can
15
we
is,
assume an
is
average
a
number
good
of
week.
30? Can we assume an average number of 30 teeth per mouth?
Given the general level of dental care.
Like mid-20s is
Probably.
probably a better estimate, but like close to.
But you're assuming most of them are humans. How many teeth do Dragonborn have? How many teeth do gnolls have, right?
Creatures with a lot of teeth tend to lose them more often. It's why they have a lot of teeth. I'm gonna say it the variance is high enough that you can get about an average of about 25 to 28 teeth per head.
20. Okay, so 25 teeth per head times 15.
Imp. We can offer you 16 adult humanoids worth of teeth.
Now we're frickin' talking. What the hell do you guys want?
We want you to open a door for us at the top of the staircase.
Yes, but wait for our signal. I'm still holding out that we can get in through the diplomatic approach.
Alright, I can do it.
You
It's
are a plan B.
Plan B. Alright.
Yes.
Well, it's a deal then. He then spits in his palm, and as he spits, like a little bit of fire comes out of his mouth and lands in his palm. And he holds it out for when he. Oh, you just immediately shake it? Okay. It does burn your hand. It does burn your hand a little bit as he does, not like in a way that does any real damage, but you feel the heat of his spit.
I think this is the first time I've made a pact with the devil.
You have definitely made a pact with the devil, and despite his appearance, size, and attitude, you do feel it is a very weighty and potent deal you have just made with this devil.
Yes, which is why we outlined why we outlined the terms very clearly.
He will help you open this door. You owe him a shit ton of teeth.
Yeah. All right. So, we're gonna keep making our way up.
Okie doke. He then disappears, and you can feel him like crawl up your robes and then kind of rest himself on your shoulder. He does not smell good.
Hey, given these robes go all the way down to the ground and below, that's no small feat there.
Yeah. Other familiars don't talk. I think I prefer that.
Hey, don't
So-
get too familiar.
So we're gonna make our way up to the top.
You do so. You get to the top. There's a line. The same. What did I say? 7 guys are there. The 2
Yes.
guards.
I'm going to attempt to talk to the guard.
Ma'am, if you have an audience with Nubemunu, I request that you wait in line.
I do not, strictly speaking, have an honest in Bemiyunu. However, I believe that the matter is of vast importance. I pull out the letter, the writ from the lieutenant guy. Here, look, and I pull out the token. This is an encoded thought. If you look at this, you will understand the importance that I be granted an audience immediately.
Goes, well, let me see that first. And he grabs the writ out of your hand. He looks it over real good. Well, this does appear to be the lieutenant's. He hands it back to you. Very well. I'll go see if the Grand Architect is available. And he opens the door as little as he possibly can, so he can slide in, and then he closes.
Wait, I'm gonna try to stop him before he fully leaves. I'm sorry. Just if you could please just take this and. It's merely an encoded thought. I believe it will convince you of the urgency of this matter.
He's like poking his head in. Like as you stop him, he's got like just like his head and shoulders poking out from the crack of the door, and he goes, "It'll just be a moment, ma'am. If you are granted, if the Grand Architect will see you, then show her yourself."
Fine.
The door closed. And you are waiting. And you're waiting.
Of course I am. So, what time is it now?
This guy's taking his sweet fucking time, isn't he?
He certainly is. What time is it now?
It's pretty close to about 1 o'clock.
Okay. And if I remember correctly, the explosion happened at 6 a.m.
Yeah,
Or 6 p.m. Yes.
Yeah.
I think we can, if we do get an audience, we're gonna want to have as much time as possible with Nubemiyunu. I say we give it like 2 hours. If that doesn't happen, plan B.
Yeah, I kind of feel that. Yeah.
See, I was thinking about 15 minutes. The literal fate of Bastion hangs on this.
Right,
I
but we
would-
still have plenty of time. Hopefully.
And if we're able to fix this, then whatever we did on the last iteration, we will have to live with the consequences.
Uh-huh. Okay. So he's in there for about 15-20 minutes before he comes back out. The Grand Architect appears to be rather ill.
Yes,
I'm afraid
I
she's
suspected.
not meeting with visitors. I hope that
Yes.
whatever concerns you have aren't so urgent that
Literally the
The-
end of Bastion as we know it. Urgent? Yes, they're very urgent.
This whole
You mustn't-
floor explodes?
Yes, you must understand. Her illness is the matter of the urgency. I believe that if her illness is not treated, it will lead to a disaster that will destroy not only this district, potentially all of Bastion.
Give me a persuasion check.
Is he going to take the token?
He has not reached for it yet.
Okay.
You gotta believe us. She's
Said
telling the
she-
truth. I'm helping you.
Yeah.
You did.
Okay.
You did spiel. You did
I
spiel
did
it.
spiel,
I'm
you're
gonna
right.
have to give it to you, but I'm helping
that's
you.
God, I fucking hate playing low charisma characters because I can't help myself from roleplaying. Come on. Persuasion. Hey.
9.
And my help. 12.
You gotta be kidding me.
Oh,
Can I help?
yeah, you can help if you want.
And
It's an all three be trying to persuade this guy.
oh
Ooh.
my
Praise
fucking god!
Concy.
Praise Concy.
Praise Concy indeed. You three are all throwing like your best pitch, like you're all like pleading with this guy, and he looks like he's thinking about it, and then he looks like a little bit annoyed, and then he just kind of like caves and he goes, "Okay, fine. I'll let you through to see I'll let you in to see the lady, our lady, but if she eats you, that's your consequence."
It'll be fine. We'll be
If
back
she-
tomorrow.
Fully acceptable.
If she does eat us, we have little to worry.
He opens the door and lets you guys in.
Okay. Great. What is on the other side?
On the other side is a large open air like observatory. While there isn't there aren't really like walls, it's more like just like a colonnade that kind of like support the roof, and the roof itself is like this large domed ceiling upon which is painted like this beautiful mural of like a starry night, and the mural itself is animated so the stars are like slowly moving, and there's like shooting stars and meteors and stuff that float by. And sleeping in the center of this room, on her crossed paws, is a gigantic frickin' sphinx. This thing is a couple of stories. I have like her actual. She is 25 feet tall. Which means,
Jesus.
yeah, she
At
is
the withers?
from her paws to the tips of her ears, 25 feet.
Yikes.
Yeah, she's a big cat. And she is sleeping curled up, chin on her paws, sleeping. Her breathing is ragged. And there's like this dark purple miasma that kind of like hangs about her. And every so often, like a crackle of brilliant, like blue lightning kind of spark within this miasma.
Well,
That tracks.
we've gotten this far. Refuge and audacity.
Yeah.
Hello. Excuse me.
As you
Might
make
have
your
a word?
presence known, the Sphinx yawns like this big yawn, and you can just see teeth the size of swords, like all in her mouth as she opens it real big and wide. She yawns, shakes her head a little bit, and she does that cat stretch thing where she pushes her paws all the way out as she stands up. Goes, "Who goes there?"
Humble physics. Grand Architect, humble physics, and a guard of sorts, I suppose.
My name is Crispia Dubliet. I represent a guild of physicians known as the Mending. I have reason to believe that there is a terrible disaster that is about to occur. And I believe that...
What is it? Hold on, does this...
Oh? What makes you think that?
Because I've already experienced it. All of us have.
You died yesterday. We all did.
Yes.
It's going to happen again in about 5 hours.
Do you have proof of such claims?
I have this.
So,
And I pull out the token.
What do you do with it?
Encoded. It's an encoded thought. I assume that you are familiar with the requisite spellcraft. It's my memory of the event.
He's kind of watching you hold the thing right now.
If you would like proof, you need only to acquire this.
Doesn't have hand.
What do you... I mean... I place it down in front of her? How does she cast spells? She can cast spells, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
She's a-
she's a sphinx. Of course she can.
the magical creature.
Yeah.
She doesn't need to do somatic components like mortals do.
Yeah. I just set it down in front of her.
All right. You sit down in front of her. She looks at it kind of inquisitively before she pops one claw out of her paw and like gently lifts the lid off of your little urn there. And with a whisper, rather than the commanding voice typically required for spell casting, she just does it with a she activates the spell, read the memory within the jar.
God,
As-
sphinxes are so cool.
As she kind of stands expressionless for a brief moment as she recalls the memory. He looks at you.
What has happened to you? Make you so weird?
A very long and tortured life.
You misunderstand. You are wrong. What has happened?
You mean that our understanding of these events is incorrect?
She's not. Give me like an insight check.
Yeah.
You notice that this entire time that you've been talking to Nibemiunu, she hasn't looked directly at you once. Her attention has always been slightly to the left of you. Like you haven't made eye contact with her once.
Is she looking at...
No, she keeps this quirk regardless of whom she's speaking to. Like when she's like looking at Stitch, it's not actually Stitch she's looking like slightly to the left of him, almost as if like almost as if she's
Double
incapable. Not necessarily double vision, like she doesn't look uneasy or off balance or anything like that. It's just more like she is incapable of putting her attention on you, or she is just mistaking where you are standing in the room, like you've been shifted slightly in her vision.
Grand Architect, do you have a memory, any memories that are incongruous with these past experiences.
Idea. I have been ill as of late. Surely, you would assume that such an illness would affect my perception.
That is possible. If I may, the reason why we have taken upon ourselves to address this crisis is precisely because of our profession. We are physicians. In particular, physicians of a sort that has been that is not widely practiced. If you would be willing, could we examine you?
You might, but how qualified are you to even understand the biology of a sphinx? Treat many sphinxes in your practice?
I treat a great many creatures. Admittedly, it would be a first for the veterinary components. Is that inappropriate to say?
She looks mildly offended.
It would be novel. However, I'm afraid that I am a qualified physician. Yes. If nothing else, it would grant greater insight into the situation, perhaps. Certainly, I don't think there's any harm in trying.
There's harm in not trying.
Give me
Yes.
persuasion checks.
A lot of harm.
Okay. Yeah, God, are you kidding me? Please.
Hey, there we go.
You want me to roll one?
Can't hurt.
Well, funny, with all three of you piling onto that. Goes.
Well, if you honestly believe that you could provide some relief from whatever this current malaise is about my person,
I honestly believe
What's-
that out of anyone...
what's the harm in letting you try?
Thank you. And to be honest, although I believe not to fall prey to hubris, but I believe that out of anyone in this district, we may unfortunately be the most qualified. Now, if you don't mind, it's best to begin with a description of symptoms. How have you been feeling?
Oh, this is about to be a nightmare for you, by the way.
Yeah. Where?
You have 4 hours. The Sphinx, who likes to ramble. Well, not
Yeah.
ramble. Go the long way around.
Yeah.
It's a good thing we
I-
have, like, what? 5.5 hours?
Well, it's a good thing I also have this giant library full of rare information at my disposal as well.
Have you
Yes.
tell me what are your observations? Surely you must see something with your own eyes.
We heard the giant, enormously loud sneeze this morning. I assume that was you. Additionally, you're cloaked in like purple smoke or something, and it's shooting out this gnarly electricity, like all over you.
Should that
Yes.
be a concern?
Is that what sphinxes normally look like?
You ever encountered Sphinx?
Once.
Did they have such a malady upon them?
Yes. But the first sphinx I encountered was about 20 minutes ago, so I'm looking at you. What I'm describing to you, this purple miasma, this strange electricity. I've seen it before. Yesterday, when you woke the entire district with your sneeze, which was this morning, but also yesterday for us. At the end of the day, this purple cloud, the same cloud bank covered the entire district. The electricity struck your tower again and again.
It's at this point where like Nibemuyunu starts like wheezing a little bit, and she has like this hacking cough.
On a more practical level, I'm going to start like, jeez, how would I even take the vitals of a creature this big?
I don't know. It's about 2:00.
I don't think that vitals are going to do it. I think we need to... When did you start feeling like this? And what have you done that was out of your typical habit in the last several days?
As she's like in the throes of this coughing fit, each breath that she takes to respond to you is consumed by this cough. She's coughing real bad, and she begins making like this dry retching noise as she's like and
Are you experiencing nausea?
on the third heave, she coughs up like this huge putrid mass of something, and it's like black, and it's about the size of like a humanoid, and it's just like this black blob, and it's quivering a little bit. And this seems to take a lot out of her physically, and she kind of collapses, and she doesn't quite pass out, but she's like clearly like out of it a little bit, and she's like doing like this like heavy breathing kind of like weak thing as her eyes like lose focus.
I'm here to stay with us. Actually, I don't. You know what? I don't know why I didn't bring medical supplies. We should have brought Lucius.
Give me an insight check.
I will.
Yep, you specifically. You feel the key. You feel the imp you've recruited. Kind of like tense up. Like he's got like a fistful of your hair, and his toes are like prehensile a little bit, and they're digging into your shoulder.
What? I'm going to. I need her to stay with us, but I don't necessarily have any means of doing that right at the moment. I'm going to inspect this black mass.
The closer you get to it, the more the imp, he's starting to like shake a little bit. Like you can tell this thing is like terrified as you approach it. And as you get closer, you see within the mass there is a body.
Oh. Living or dead?
It's quivering.
I'm going to take a dagger and attempt to release it.
Yeah, you like puncture the membrane of like this mass or whatever, and it splits like an embryonic sac and just like spills this thick black ichor all over the ground. Like it gets on your feet and stuff. And curled up on the floor is a slightly feminine humanoid form. It's got long ears and there's a set of wings that kind of like slowly unfold from its back. And it stands up. It appears to bear wounds somehow. Like it's been attacked recently, even though you've just seen it allegedly been born. And it looks at you and it goes, "You. There's only 3 of you. And this place is wrong. Very wrong."
Is this the woman that attacked us?
Yes, this is that weird demon thing that launched you forward in time a little bit. Is that initiative? Yeah, go ahead and roll initiatives.
Yeah.
Yes, that is initiative.
I have no idea why it just rolled twice.
You have advantage for whatever reason.
Huh. It's done that before, and so
Oh, it says you have advantage on dexterity
yeah.
checks.
And initiative is a dexterity check.
Yeah, apparently Chrysiopia gave you advantage on dexterity checks. Never took it off. If you want to roll it again, go ahead.
oh,
Yeah, because when she was opening the lock,
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
cast Enhance Ability on her.
Yep.
That was ages ago. You've had that for so long.
God.
Okay. Let me pull her out. Crap, what did I name her? I think it's...
Well, at least we know we're on the right track, I guess.
Kinda, sorta.
Are we?
Maybe? I don't know. Rick?
Expects an attempt from within the Sphinx airball. Here we go.
Oh, yeah. Kaylin's
You
right
didn't,
there.
didn't write the name.
Nadira, did you take Assassin as your subclass?
I sure did.
Yeah, you have advantage on initiative
Oh.
because of being an assassin.
At this level?
Yeah, it starts at 3.
Oh, cool.
She also gets advantage for attacks against creatures that haven't taken a turn in the first round of combat.
Cool.
I did know that.
All right, so Tilly Epoch has a 16 initiative. He goes first.
Just real quick, for the sake of notes,
Mhm.
what time is it currently?
It is-
I want to mark the time of this event.
just after 2.
Yeah, Nadira's initiative should be 9 still.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
It
she
is
can give
9.
you the bump her up to 9.
Rick's not an initiative. Get out of here, Rick. So Tilly Keepock gets to go first. She sees you guys there. She goes, this place is wrong. I'll kill you 3 now and deal with the other 3 later. And going to, since Chris is right there in front of me with a dagger.
Ah, shit.
Ah.
Whoopsie.
Wait,
You love
wait.
to see it.
Is there a map?
Now, it's
Okay.
half the group. We're just gonna theater of the mind this. She's going to she takes one hand and it begins coalescing like these blue lightning bolts. And
Is she casting a spell?
she is using, I mean, it's a spell-like effect. She's not. It's a ranged spell attack, but she's not casting a spell.
Would you be willing to consider it a spell?
This question is an important one.
Well, I'm just saying, like, I'm 5th level now. Of course I took counterspell.
You know what? I'm willing.
Yeah.
What's the saving throw on that?
Constitution.
I know what type.
is
What's
it?
the DC?
Oh, well, okay, so we're at 5th level now. It's 8 plus. It's 14.
Okay, no, you quickly spit out the counter magic to stifle her lightning, and she looks even more pissed.
Soap just reaches out and slaps her hand.
Yeah. I'm close enough. I just fucking interrupt her somatic components by just like, stop that.
No. Okay. After that, it's Stitch.
Just Stitch.
Just Stitch.
Just Stitch.
Stitch, one of the
Um,
few of us who hasn't been experimented on and stitched to hell.
See if I have any good effects that do stuff. I don't think that I do.
Okie doke.
So yeah, I'm just gonna step right up and yank my sword out of its sheath. Yes. Casting divine favor upon myself.
Oh.
I think radiant's probably appropriate in this case.
Maybe.
Wait, you said she has wings. Are they feathered or are they like bat-like?
They're like bat wing.
Okay, then yeah, radiant.
How about whatever that is, a 17?
17. Yes.
Okay.
Oof.
It's kind of hell of an AC on.
Let's do it again. How about a 22?
You swung that at
You said hit.
yourself.
I did not mean to swing that at myself.
That does hit Tilly Keepock.
Excellent. So, with a, I look at the cat. Does the cat look like pretty much out of it?
Yeah, she's spaced.
Excellent. May the cold light of Mayol's logic strike you down.
Oh, great.
He just check over his shoulder to make sure that the cat wasn't able to pay attention before invoking the god of undeath. Or the
So that was a terrible attack. Where's my smite? Where'd you go, smite?
Seeing a D4.
Paladin smite.
Oh yeah, you didn't apply anything to these stuff. You just take it off.
Yep. Okay. Well, here's the good news. Where's that D4 come from? Where's that? Oh yeah, my radiant. Okay.
Yeah.
So because I have Savage Attacker, I get to do this with a damage reroll. So let's do that.
Oh, hold on. Okay. Go ahead.
I'll take the 8 instead.
Okay.
And it took off my D4 for some reason. So here, have this as well. 3 more damage.
If does Savage Attacker say once or whenever?
It's once per turn, I believe. Let me
Okay.
check.
Because I was about to, I'm fairly certain you can actually like put a rider on your weapon so that whenever you roll a 1 or a 2, it'll re-roll it automatically. It's what I have for a combat medic.
It's not like that. Savage Attacker says you've trained to deal particularly damaging strikes once per turn. When you hit a target with a weapon, you can
Okay.
roll the weapon's damage dice twice and use either roll
Ah.
against the target.
Okay.
So it's
Yeah,
not just
so
a
it-
reroll of a 1 or a 2.
After Stitch
So anyway-
is Nadira, if you're done.
I dropped some science on this bitch's head.
Okay.
You ever heard
Well.
of Occam's razor? Here's Occam's longsword, bitch.
Okay, so I am going to. This lady is clearly gonna kill us, so let me just flip on right around her, and we're gonna do some daggers.
Okay.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, 23 will hit.
Okay. And I think I get sneak attack damage.
Yep.
Right?
You
Yep,
do.
yep, yep.
I'm standing in front of this devilish
no,
lady.
yeah, you have 2 allies directly adjacent to her.
You guys are all about to just start beating the crap out of her.
Wah. And then because I've hit her, I'm gonna hit her again.
Oh, don't do that. Ah, that misses.
Oh. And because of weapon mastery, she also has disadvantage.
Neat.
Wait,
After...
which one's longsword? Is that disadvantage or slow?
I think that's disadvantage. Cassiopeia, it's your turn.
Yes, longsword is the one that gives him disadvantage. Yes, Chrysopia is going to quickly pull out a bone needle from her various bric-a-brac that's kind of constantly hanging off of her, and she is going to, apologies, this will only hurt for a moment, jab it into into Stitch's shoulder.
Oh!
His the one he uses to wield his sword. And Stitch, you feel suddenly that this has like redirected some flow of vital energy in your body in some subtle way, so that your strength has now been greatly enhanced temporarily.
What spell-
Works.
what spell
Lucky you
did you
got through my
cast?
chainmail.
What spell did you cast?
I cast Enhance Ability.
Ah, okay.
And that works. You're lucky you got through my chainmail there.
Well, it is a needle.
Yes.
It's the main problem with chainmail. It has holes in it.
Is that it for you?
Yes.
No, not by a long shot. I have to. Hang on, I gotta select it to actually apply the effect.
You can just control click on them in the combat tracker.
Oh, there we go. Okay. There we go. Did I just put that on myself?
You didn't put that on anyone, you just clicked it. Now it's on him.
Okay. The second thing I'm gonna do, because I'm a 5th level elf, is I'm gonna Misty Step as a bonus action.
Hell
I
yeah.
can do that because it doesn't cost a spell slot.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna Misty Step out of there.
Woo!
I'm gonna use 30 feet away. I'm gonna try to get closer to the Sphinx. I'm hoping I can use the rest of my movement to duck behind the Sphinx as cover.
Yeah, no, you can totally use the Sphinx for cover. That's fine.
Because she's it seems like she's primarily ranged.
Maybe. I have to use Telic Epoch. She's gonna turn into Nadira. She goes.
Mhm.
You die first. And
She giggles. Madeira plain up just giggles.
That's great. Both her hands begin crackling with lightning again. And this time she is fully ready to start chucking lightning all over the place. She swings once. Does she hit you with an 18?
Man, disadvantage didn't help.
Yes. Uncanny dodge.
Okay. You took 7 damage then.
Okay.
And then she swings the second time. She's just like two-fisting this lightning at you.
Shouldn't she still have disadvantage? Is this a ranged attack?
I think it only applies to your. Wait, is it a ranged attack?
Ranged spell
She
attack?
she can use it ranged, but it's ranged or melee. It's like throwing a dagger.
Okay.
So like her hands are like caked in lightning, and she's just kind of like swiping at it with them.
Oh, I didn't realize Nadir was in range. Was in melee attack range.
She walked
Is
up
she
to.
currently? Yeah, I did walk up and dagger. Is she currently
first.
not rolling with advantage?
No.
I'm going to make her roll with advantage using a luck.
Okay.
You're
He means
Mean with
disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. 8 twice.
Just one.
Do I hit with a
I
15?
was like,
Fuck yes.
I was just like, I'm here for you, girly, but you're gonna have to explain what kind of 200 IQ play this is.
And she's
If I
got a
give her advantage,
third one
she'll
of these. It's definitely going to use.
If I make it easier for her, maybe
Oh
she'll
no!
weird.
Oh,
Oh
no.
no!
Is
Praise
that
Concy.
necessary? It's
Yes, it is.
not necessary.
28 damage.
Oh my god.
How
That
much?
just
Oh, no.
straight up killed me.
You're,
Like
you're-
dead.
Yep.
Wait, you mean you hit double?
Hit double. She had 20. She had 4 hit points left
Jesus.
out of a total of 27 hit points.
How do I have more hit points than you? You're a D8 hit point class.
After
No.
she is done cooking Nadira, she's grabbed Nadira by the throat, and she seems very satisfied with the current moment as she just like kind of electrocutes the life out of her. She then turns to look at Stitch, as if to say he's next, and it's your turn.
Okay.
She turns to look at Stitch and goes, "You!" And
That
suddenly
hits.
Stitch has a hunter's mark.
All right, so I'm going to cast Divine Smite, but I'm going to upcast it. Is there a way to upcast?
Not that I'm aware, just apply it to yourself. Or the way I would do it is I would just do it in D8s, and I would just add the effect a number of times as the number of D8s I have. Instead of having it be 2d8 and then having to worry about the upcasting.
Okay, well, I guess. Wait, is this a fiend or an undead? It's neither one of those things, right?
She is a fiend.
Oh shit! Well, then it should have been a 3d8 last time instead of a 2d8.
Good to know.
Now we know. Yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna just put it on myself.
Okay, doke.
There we have it. And for some reason, yeah, Divine Favor has fallen off. So I'm going to go ahead and put that back on me, and it's not a spell.
Okay, doke.
But for some reason, yeah, it fell off.
Did you lose concentration?
No.
I think he has
it.
it. I think he has it coded wrong. I think it's coded as a roll instead of as a turn
Possibly.
or whatever.
So there's that, and then
Oh,
there's the rest of it.
oh.
And that was 44. It was 7 damage. You know what? Let's find out. It was 7 damage, but it could have been. Yeah, 7 physical damage and 37 radiant damage.
So as you hit her, she definitely like staggers from that blow, and her hand like finishes closing around Nadira's neck, and you hear like a crack as she drops her corpse to the floor. And she just looks at you and she goes, "Still, your divinity vexes me. I must go back further." And
I'm going to swing before she does that.
Well, well, 17 misses, unfortunately.
You should have.
Bang.
You should
Um,
have advantage. I gave you enhanced ability.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well.
14 doesn't do it either.
No.
With her free hand, she kind of swipes at the air, and very briefly, there is like a scar in the universe that she desperately like hurls herself into, and this opening like closes like almost on her as she goes through it. Like the tip of like one of her wings gets severed as she like goes through this rapidly mending hole in the universe she creates. And as this thing snaps closed, you feel a crackling wave of like this energy kind of like hit you as she disappears.
She's gonna go try to kill us in the past now, isn't she?
Who knows what she's doing?
Yeah. Is this literally like a fucking... Are we just gonna keep fighting this bitch over and over until we finally figure out what we did to piss her off?
Maybe. Who knows?
And she just keeps going backwards to our previous fight?
Maybe.
Unfortunately, she keeps
Who
arriving
knows?
more and more beat to shit, even though we're lower level.
Okay. So, shit.
You guys are at the clinic. It's about 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
It's about 3 o'clock. There is a stern but polite knock on the front door.
I will go answer it.
You can see
Yeah,
through
Chris
the
is
through the
right.
glass of the front door that it is a mage knight in a lieutenant's attire. He's got a bunch of badges on his chest. As you open the door, he introduces himself as, "I am Sir Weldon. I was hoping I could speak to you about the previous night's happenings.
Oh, of course, of course. Come in. Would you like something to drink?
No, thank you.
Ah, of course. Yes. If you'd like a seat, you can sit down on any of the empty beds there.
Because standing will be fine, thank you. Real quick, how many do you have in your employ at this establishment? And can I get their names, please? And he rummages around in his coat and produces a notepad.
Okay, so just double checking here. The truthful answer is 7.
Okay.
So,
Rick
like,
doesn't
no,
work for
just
us yet.
what? Okay, because I was gonna be like, as far as I'm aware, there's 7 of us. The 3 of us here, 3 of our compatriots, and Nelly.
Oh, you're not. You're
You
not
don't count
counting
Tancred?
Tancred?
Ah, you're right. 8 of us.
And what about your people who are around helping you with your
He said who works in this establishment. The 3 people who work for me making bandages do not work in this establishment.
Oh, I see.
And
And,
does Rick
Not
work
wrong.
with this? I mean, he's hanging out with us, but have we
And
said, hey, do
security.
you like anti-crime?
He is security.
I've
Yeah.
already caught 5 kids and lit 3 of them on fire through their own actions.
Okay.
Yeah, and to be fair, he did help us with the lab escapade. I think he's earned his keep.
Wait, have I lost
So-
my job as security?
No, no, you have help as security.
Yeah, no, you have a new boss.
Wait, I thought you didn't even promote internally? God, it's just like my real life.
See,
Yeah, I'll tell him.
Rick likes to think
good.
that he's the assistant head of security, but he's the assistant to the head of security.
Yeah, so I will tell him that there are 8 people who work in this building, and I'll give him our names.
He writes them all down, and he goes, "Very good, very good. Are you, real quick, are you aware that there's a patch of burnt grass out front?"
Oh, yes, some hooligans trying to play a prank that went kind of wrong. We patched them up and sent them on their way.
I see. You describe this hooligans to me? Would you like to make a report?
Oh, no, it's just kids being kids.
Very well. And he makes a little note of that in his notepad, and he goes, "Mr. Lucius, were you aware of the incident at the Agricultural Research Laboratory a few streets over?"
So, just to double check this, we would have heard it from here, yes?
Faintly.
Yeah, I heard some faint rumbling last night while I was tidying up the clinic here, but I thought it was just some mishap off in the college proper. I paid it no mind.
Right. Go ahead and give me a deception check.
Hell yeah.
Not bad.
14. Yes, yeah. Were any of your employees scheduled to work that evening?
That evening?
Yes, sir.
I mean, I can go check the schedule, but I don't believe they were. Especially, the evenings are more of my thing. I'm kind of a night owl myself. My brother helps, keep people entertained while they're here. It's pretty glum being in a medical clinic all day.
Is your brother here today? Might I speak with
yes,
him?
He's not much of a talker, I'm afraid. He unfortunately, when we were younger, he took a pretty nasty fall off of some stairs, and it rattled his brain pretty roughly.
Well, I would like to speak with him nonetheless.
Oh.
If you could arrange that after we are finished here.
Oh, of course. He's just downstairs painting. He likes painting.
Very good. Having spoken with several witnesses on scene, I have followed a group of whom we believe to be the culprits of the sabotage of the lab to this neighborhood.
Oh.
Would anyone working at that time seen a group of a half dozen or so folks in dark robes running about?
Okay. I have the funniest idea.
Oh yeah?
Is Rick in the clinic?
Yes, he is.
Perfect. So I'm just gonna like look shocked at this development and be like, oh, well, I certainly didn't see anything. I was keeping everything tidied up, but one of my doormen might have seen something. Hold on, let me go get him for you. And I'm gonna go over to, I don't know if Rick's like outside or downstairs.
Probably right by the doors, looking out for more kids. 2 of them got away after all.
Perfect. I'm gonna walk over and just be like, Rick, this nice mage knight would like to ask you a few questions about if you saw any, strange or suspicious things last night. And I'm gonna give him a quick wink.
I don't think Rick's really gonna register the wink at all. I think he's just gonna start telling this man literally every single person he saw last night with his perception.
And that is exactly what I was hoping for.
Just all of them, and I'm gonna tell him exactly how high I rank them as probable agents of big smithing on a scale from 1 to 15. But unfortunately, I go to 4-digit integers.
He stops you after like this becomes evident that this is going to be a thing. And he goes, Sir, I am merely asking if you have seen a group of a half dozen or so men, one of whom was on a horse, moving through the district late that night.
Nope. I can't think of any groups with a guy on a horse. I feel like that would really stand out. And I'm not deceiving him here, because our group had a woman on a horse.
Being pedantic does not get you out of deception checks. Roll the deception check.
All right, fine. If telling the truth to an answer means I have to roll deception, I'll roll deception.
Hold on. He was asking about a group with a man on a horse. There was no group with a man on a horse. There was a woman singular on a singular horse.
That does not make it easier to lie to the cops just because their question is flawed. Make the deception check, please.
Absolutely.
Yeah, unfortunately, the intent is clear.
Wait, why did it... I don't know why there was a 1d4 on me.
Apparently you had guidance?
I thought I removed that guidance a while ago. But for some reason it was on you, so...
Well, a 7 doesn't do you much good.
Oh,
now,
yeah. I mean,
unfortunately,
if he wants to ask
that means
again,
he's...
like, if I saw...
No, unfortunately, that means he doesn't believe you're telling the truth, but it also means you're already an uncredible witness. You have proved your loony nutjobness to him already. So, like, he doesn't believe you, but only because he doesn't think he can believe you about anything you fucking say.
See, this is exactly why I wanted Rick to answer this question, because I knew the paranoid dude that would say everyone's in the league for big smithing would immediately blow his credibility. He could have 100% have told this guy, yeah, it was us, and he wouldn't fucking believe him.
Yeah, no. If he asked if I had seen a group with a woman on a horse, I would have said, yeah, one of my bosses is a woman who rides a horse. I saw her on it last night.
He does like this exasperated sigh as it becomes clear that he's not going to get anything useful out of you, and like he just makes like a quick makes another quick note in his notebook. Your brother available, sir?
Of course. And then I'm gonna walk downstairs.
Okay.
And he can very clearly hear me go, Tancred, there's a nice man upstairs who would like to speak to you. And then you just hear, Tancred, talk. And then I slowly guide Tancred up the stairs.
All right. As you get to the top, as you get to the top of the stairs, he is like looking inquisitively at this pamphlet that he's been handed, and he's just like he flips through it real quick, realizes that it's kind of nonsense, holds it up, sticks that in his coat pocket for later.
I would like just to bring up, if he actually investigated the area we fucked up specifically for Project Serafina, this does have copies of the runes from that specific room on this pamphlet.
I am making it a point that he is keeping the pamphlet for a reason, sir.
Okay.
Oh, you are a big one. Didn't think they made him that big in the tour.
They don't.
Thank you.
There we go. That's what I was waiting for. I was waiting for the they don't. Most of these parts are aftermarket.
Most of these parts come from the tribe lands.
He goes.
Hey, I resemble that remark.
He's trying to get Tancred's like attention. He's like snapping his fingers, trying to get him to look at him with any kind of actual focus. He goes, son,
yeah.
I need you to tell me what you were doing the other night when there was the big kaboom that woke everyone up.
Tancred paint. Tancred easel fall over.
Tancred lying? I mean, Tancred would have to be lying.
I mean, does Tancred understand the difference between would he understand the difference between an explosion and a door slamming really hard the other day?
No.
Would he be lying? Because I don't think we brought Tancred.
Yes, we did.
Because
Oh,
Tancred's
they
the one
brought
who
Tancred.
lifted the manhole cover.
This really comes down to the fact of like
he's dealing with
this Tancred.
the insane and the simpleton.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing: is that like, and I know this is a point of contention. How much autonomy does Tancred actually have as a creation of Lucius? Because
realistically, the way it is written is Tancred is basically a golem that I get to command around, only he has the undead tag instead of construct.
He does have an intelligence score, but it's like really low, and he speaks whatever languages he speaks whatever languages Lucian can speak. But
just
broken.
very broken. Zach has been very kind in letting me fluff this as Tancred actually like being able to communicate just very, very, very poorly.
No, that's exactly what I wanted when I said it could speak broken English, essentially. Like, I wanted it to be able to talk.
So
yes,
my point being basically, like, from Tancred's perspective, like, you probably told Tancred what to say if he got asked. As far as Tancred's concerned, that's the truth.
Yeah. And going back to this was like, so he's saying last night,
he said the night of the big boom.
Stuff did happen. Oh, okay. Well, then again, it boils down to, can Tancred know the passage of time?
Yeah.
Or can Tancred grasp the time loop we're in? Because he remembers the time loop. He was talking about his head hurting. So the night of the big boom could be the storm that killed all of us.
He has an intelligence of 40? This guy's not much smarter than, like, a dog.
Yeah.
So... yeah, probably not great.
I mean, I'm willing to fluff it as I went down, and while I was getting Tancred, I told Tancred exactly what to say if he was asked, like what to say when he was asked.
Yeah, and I mean, like, it more boils down to the question of like, do you think Tancred is intelligent enough to intentionally lie?
How well do you have Tancred covered up? Because he is kind of like in daylight talking to a very curious officer.
He's definitely wearing like decent-ish clothes, especially since I have a weaver's workshop under me now. To like cover up the fact that he's very obviously like 6 or 7 corpses stitched together.
Well, don't worry too much about it because my perception check is abysmal.
So I'm so glad he doesn't notice that Tancred has 2 left hands.
No, he doesn't notice Tancred has 2 left hands. He's concerned about other things at the moment. It becomes clear to him that Tancred has suffered some kind of traumatic event that has left him not of sound mind.
Say a tumble down the stairs, as I told him.
He is. Your story about him not having his faculties checks out. I want to thank you very much for your help. As he like shakes one of Tancred's left hands.
Tancred, help. And I'm just gonna be like, yeah, you did, buddy. Good job. And I'm just gonna be like, just 1 second, officer. I'd like to get him back down the stairs so he can get back to his painting. Come along, Tancred. And then I just kind of like walk him down the stairs. And as we're going down, you hear Tancred paint.
Yeah, he then turns to Chris and he's like, "Sir, do you work here?"
Yes, I am doorman.
That would make you Chris, correct?
Yes, sir.
What is it that you're currently wearing?
Chris would be wearing his armor.
Okay.
But like under it would be his regular day-to-day clothes, which are usually pretty dirty.
He goes, "Sir, the other night, you were aware that there was an attack on the agricultural research facility a couple streets over?"
Attack? I read something about an explosion in the paper.
Yes.
I don't think they called it an attack, did they?
Our investigation has yielded some evidence of sabotage. We're looking into those that may be responsible. I have followed a trail of witnesses that say that they saw, all the way up to this point at least, a group of about a half dozen or so individuals, one of which had a horse, in this direction. I was hoping you could point me further along the line to catching them.
Just to double check, that night when I broke off from the group, I went and met with Slinzia.
Oh, you did that night? Okay.
Yeah, I did that. I remember I messaged you when I broke off. And I messaged you and told you I met with her that night.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
To inform her the job was
awesome. Yeah. Yeah, so no, you fucked right off. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to tell him, unfortunately, I didn't see anything. It was, I had taken the night off to meet with a friend nearby here. Or not near, I can't remember where exactly the meeting place is. But I will give him the location of the meeting place. The player cannot remember.
Yeah, it was a coffee shop or whatever.
Yeah.
Do you have a name for this friend?
She's a very private person.
It's a very public concern. I would like her name, please.
I will. What was that, dear? I will go ahead and give him the name of the person who served us that evening.
Okay, you're gonna give him the
Which I am
server's
going
name?
to. Yeah, I'm gonna give him the server's name. No, I'm not actually. I
Oh.
am going to give him Silenzia's name.
Fantastic.
This will in no way fuck me over, I'm sure.
I'm sure.
Hey,
I cannot wait for us to have all done this banking on the idea that the day's gonna reset, only to find out that they solved it.
Oh, Chris isn't banking on this because he doesn't believe the day is reset, remember?
Oh, right.
yep.
It
This is just Chris being Chris,
It was Silenzia.
living in the moment.
Yes, sir. I don't believe she's from this district.
Just swore the name's familiar, but can't place it. Regardless, I will follow up on this. So you've seen none of the individuals I speak of?
I mean, did he give me any more of a description than 6 individuals in cloaks with one on a horse?
That's all he asked. That's all he has right now.
I mean, I've seen... being a door guard, I of course see many individuals in cloaks. Many of them are on horses, but on that night...
Specifically that night.
Well, I suppose I did see someone on a horse rushing off rather fast to the north. But I don't believe they were with a group.
A lone rider? Words. He writes that down. He goes, they went north then. See.
Yes, sir.
And these others, a Chrysiopea, a Nadira, and a Stitch. Are they here today?
No, sir. I believe they are out on business. I don't know much.
You know when they're
They
going to
were
be...
rather vague
Do you know when
to me.
they are set to return?
Oh, they hopefully they should be back they should be back around like 6 p.m. ish. I sent them out to get some more supplies for the clinic.
Afraid I'll have to return tomorrow then. Have other matters I must attend to. Plus, and he kind of looks out and he goes, "Here's it might rain today, Darlian."
Yeah, I hope they keep sending this guy back to us.
Yeah, he rolled a 1 and a 5.
Very well. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Well, I may return with more questions.
Of course, our door is always open. Thank you for your service to this district officer.
I thought you wanted me to start locking the doors at night.
I wish you luck in your endeavors in whatever this is.
Oh, well, thank you very much, sir.
Goodbye. He turns and he clinic. Was 30 done.
Yeah, and once he's gone, I'm just gonna be like, whew.
Chrysiopea, what are you doing? You have a fugue-stated sphinx and a dead drow in the room with you.
Oh,
and Stitch is there.
Yeah, don't
Okay.
overlook me.
well, I'm
It's kind
going.
of hard. You're under the,
I'm
you're
gonna-
under the counter.
So, just to confirm, Nadira's fully dead.
Next stabbed, her whole nervous system has been fried. She is a hot pocket.
Ha!
I find
What?
that descriptor very rude. Thank you.
Well,
Yeah, hot on the outside, cold on the inside.
She
How-
prefers to be called a Stromboli.
all right. This is not a concern. best case scenario, this is not the final iteration, and we can get a do-over. Worst case scenario, we're quite capable physicians. I'm sure we can figure something out. To the matter at hand.
The haze surrounding Nibemi Unu has only grown worse as time continues. The lightning starts arcing off of her and onto the floor and the walls of the room, narrowly missing you. And the cloud begins to coalesce in the domed ceiling of the room and is slowly starting to spill out the open archways.
I'm just my top priority right now is just gathering as much information as I can. I'm like she's kind of out of it anyway. I'm not going to bother trying to like talk through the normal like diagnostic stuff. I'm just going to try to physically examine her in whatever way that I possibly can.
Give
I
me
understand.
give me both a medicine and an arcane check.
Okay,
Lick it.
let's get the arcane first. Okay,
Okay.
medicine. 14.
Unfortunately, you're not really sure what is wrong with Nibemi Unu specifically, but you can definitely tell that this is some kind of adverse reaction to a possession of some kind.
Oh,
Whatever was in her broke something. She has been corrupted at a fundamental level by some kind of dark force, and it is not agreeing with her.
some kind of dark force. Does it appear like infernal in nature?
I mean, that's typically what a possession entails, is some kind of infernal.
Okay. Does it seem like is the possession is it still in effect? Is there something still possessing her, or is this an after effect?
This looks more like an after effect at this point. It looks like whatever was possessing her, she vomited up, and then you kind of slapped around a little.
Okay. Jesus. Okay, so do I have any reason to believe that the fiend that she vomited up, was that a demon or a devil?
Be an Arcana check.
Okie doke.
Can be hard to tell sometimes. That was definitely a devil,
Okay, definitely a devil.
and a rather powerful one at that.
Is this
Did you not recognize that one? Isn't that the same one that attacked us earlier?
Yes, it is. You still what was it she said to you? Your divinity. What was it? Your divinity still disturbs me, or something?
I wasn't really paying that much attention. Something like that, yeah. Disturbs or perturbs or something like that.
Could I try?
You want me to remind you? Are you like actually asking?
Sure.
Yeah,
She said
Persephone
that
is
your
trying to wrap
divinity
it on her.
continues to vex me.
Continues to vex me. Okay. Does it seem like there's anything I can do for Nibemi Unu to quell whatever is happening?
What spells you got?
Okay, well, I don't have a dispel magic. That seems like the most obvious one, or a protection from evil and good. I could try to enhance ability Constitution. that might help.
Uh,
I could.
I can lay on hands and end a poison condition. In fact, I'm going to try that. Laying on hands to end a poison condition.
you try to lay on hands, and you expunge all of the no poison currently in her.
Okay.
No, I think we're going to probably need
If anything,
something
you wean her off of like the little bit of catnip she might have had earlier to kind of take the edge off.
Does it seem like this is a curse effect?
Um,
Could it be described as a curse?
it could be, maybe.
Okay, so maybe on a future iteration we can come back with a remove curse.
Maybe.
Although I don't think any of us would be able to cast it. If I remember correctly, that's a cleric paladin exclusive, isn't it?
The
Which
Mending
spell did you
begins
say?
coughing again.
Okay. I'm gonna go for the enhanceability constitution, just to err on the safe side. It's about all I can do.
You slap her with the spell, and while her cough like subsides briefly, it quickly ramps back up.
Oh, it is on the widget spell list.
She seems to be at like the limit to what her body could handle. Ralphing up whatever the hell that thing was, looks like it kind of like signed her, like punched her ticket, and she was just been like slowly fading ever since. But she begins coughing again, and this time each cough is preceded with like as she's coughing, she's also like vomiting up a lot of this like thick black stuff. The lightning begins like striking her almost like in rhythm with her coughs. And you can see outside, the clouds have begun to grow rather dense, and it gets really dark outside. And now the lightning from outside the tower is beginning to arc into the building to also strike the Sphinx.
Okay. Last ditch. I'm gonna pull off a detect magic just to see if I can gain any more insight into the effect that's on her.
This is some wacky, crazy, like dark magic. Like this isn't even like an evocation or anything. This is just like pure, straight up like demonic bullshit.
Okay.
That's like deep in her.
Could I just remind Soap of something that would be really obvious to her, unless it's not true?
Oh, and what would that be?
You have a demon resting on your shoulders.
I have a devil resting on my shoulders.
I'm an alpha level demon. God damn it!
So still some bugs to work out.
Hasn't even reached playtest yet.
Do you know anything about this?
I know I want to get as far the fuck away from here as we can.
Yes, I'm aware of what's going to happen.
Like
Do you have
now.
any insight?
Grab some teeth first if you can manage it, but then we're getting the fuck out of here.
That's not going to work.
Okay, forget the teeth. Let's just get the fuck out of here.
That's not going to work either. The
We
entire
only have
district is going to be leveled in a couple of hours.
I'd say we got 15 minutes tops.
Do you have any recognition of the kind of effect that has been placed on Nibemiunu?
All I know is that's one hell of a fucking curse. Whoever cast that shit really fucking hates that cat. And frankly, I don't blame him. But come on, let's go. You got longer legs than I do. Get up.
Perhaps. I don't think we're going to gain any more information. Perhaps it would be best if we were to reconvene. See what else we can do before the incident occurs again. Yes?
I think you're probably right. But
As
what
you-
happens if we don't
as-
get out of here?
As you say, you may be probably right. One wicked bolt from outside strikes Nibimu like straight in the face. And as it does, she begins to glow like this red hot like inner light, and it's like spilling out of her eyes, and she roars loudly, like deafening, and fills the room. And as she does, the light just kind of expands out of her, and the tower itself is just shattered into 1,000 pieces. Shockwave sweeps throughout the city, taking out everything in its path. It reverberates off of the dragon walls and only gains in power as it bounces back in on itself. And it collides into the clinic, leveling it in an instant. And it is 6 a.m. Chris is heading towards the clinic. Rick is just now entering as Chrysiopia stands on the roof gazing at the stars. Lucius is sweeping up as Nadira is in her garden and Stitch is practicing weapons in his bastion. Nellie is reading a book. This book is called I don't know, Silver Branches, Silver Branches of Flame, and as Nadira pulls her eye away from her sextant, he hears, "Holy shit! What the fuck was that?" And that's where we'll end it.
Wait, me?
Not Nadira, Chrysiopia. I misspoke.
Yeah. Oh god, it's attached to me.
Congrats on the new familiar.
You thought you could make a deal with the devil and walk away?
You owe him teeth.
We have a whole freaking crematorium of teeth. That part's not going to be a problem.
Yeah, we'll end it there. I'll see you guys next week.
What was the
Alright.
What was the book today called? It was something about a horse.
Oh, today's book was
So yesterday's
Professor
book,
Bristlecombe and the
brown spotted tree horse.
the brown spotted tree horse, and the cover had a picture of a giraffe on it.
Just a quick question for like the timing at the end of it. Do we know if the storm was at the same time as it was the first day?
It was much earlier.
Okay.
Okay, that's not great.
Wow, you guys fucked it up.
Sweet. Good session.
Yeah.
Alright,
Yeah.
good session, guys.
I'll catch you folks later.
Good
Bye-bye.
night, everybody.
Bye.
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 Hey folks, tomorrow we'll be doing the noob percent, and then you can see the schedule. Tomorrow's noob percent, and then we wrap up all bosses. Night Rain, I think I'm doing that with Bazar, who's another D&D creator. We're not 100% on that yet, but we're currently talking about it. And then after that, we'll be doing a new playthrough of Borderlands 3. Hopefully we finish that in time for 4 coming out. I'll catch you folks later. Bye-bye.